I was feeling K-Side Press Hunter Danny Barlow, who's coming off a win at AKA 18 in his professional debut. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be talking with you. Before anything, I gotta ask. So your nickname is Left Hand to God. Where did that come from?
Really, man, it was a name given to me by my coach, man. Like for real, I don't really know where he got it from. Of course, I was a lot of my fights came from like left hand finishes. So, and me being a southpaw and an effective southpaw, but he knew I included God in a lot of stuff that I do. So I don't know, he just came up with it. One day he just texted me like, yeah, man, like, what I'm saying, this your name. And when I looked at it, like, yeah, that's nice, bro. You know what I'm saying? It fit me. You know what I'm saying? So it was really my coach.
I mean, it is a fantastic nickname. I mean, it's memorable and man, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
um, so it's been just about a month since your fight. How are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I haven't really slowed down. It just feel good. I feel good, man. It feel good to be training just to, flow a little bit. I don't have that pressure of like this name or, this event or this certain time to where I got to get ready for. So I'm just really just building off, a foundation, what I'm saying? That's already, in set.
Awesome. How did you feel about your performance?
I actually, the thing about it is it's kind of bittersweet because it's like you always want that finish, but I feel like my debut, like my amateur debut, it ended in 30 seconds. So I was like, yeah, what I'm saying? Like it was good to have that 30-second finish, but it was like my second fight, I had the adrenaline dump. I like, I was like, dude, like, I wish I would have got this. So it's good to have that. So I kind of feel bittersweet about it. I wish I would have. So I can't really say I wanted to end, like, finish the fight, but I did enjoy, like, getting the feel of those 5 minute rounds. So I feel like it was good for my future. With as a pro because I feel like I got that 5 minute, that 3 5 minute rounds, strong. So I can kind of gauge my endurance a little bit.
Maybe bittersweet because it showed your future opponents that you're not only just a knockout artist or you can finish them on the ground, but you can go 15 minutes with them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing, man. I don't plan on going 15 no more, but yeah, man, I can.
What was the game plan in that fight?
Really, it was just to really feel like it was really me and my coach, like, it's just about having fun. We go hard. It's like the game plan is started at practice. So the game plan is really to mix everything up, to really see what an opponent give. So it's like we feel like we at the point to where we can do anything. So we really don't game plan. But our game plan is always to just have fun, but we prepare everything so we don't have a set game plan as far as like as far as we want to take down, stand up, like it's whatever we see that's open or whatever we feel that it be once we get into the fight, whatever we feel. You know what I'm saying? It's the best way to, handle the fight. So that first round, it's just like, yeah, it was just the whole fight was just to fill out. You know what I'm saying? Just to get one under my belt, just to, have fun.
I guess if you could take one thing from your performance, what would it be?
Really just increase everything, like increase everything. I feel like it was a good performance, but I want to be faster next time. I want to be stronger next time. Like I said, I want to, just increase everything that like it's always, to get better, to get touched less, to touch more. Just that's it. Like to be more active. Um, land like just like in those fun moments. Like try to just make the best of those fun moments when I get loose and I get explosive. Just get make use of it. So yeah, it's just really just to be more active, touch more, get touch less.
Um, did you go back and watch the fight?
Man, yeah, I did. It took me like I think I ain't watch it until like after a week, man. It took me a minute, man. Cause after I fight, bro, I'm ready to get that win, man, get out the way and just go and stuff. I ain't watch it. It took me like a week to watch it. And when I went back and watched it, I was like, man, I was pretty impressed, man. Like, okay, all right, man, that hard work, man, it's kind of coming through a little bit. So I kind of was impressed, not satisfied, but just impressed by, just how calm I was and, what I'm saying, how, with all the pressure that fighting do bring, how I was able to conceal a lot of that pressure and have that type of performance on my debut was like it was impressive. Just knowing all the mental and physical adversity that you go through just like preparing for a fight, but to be like actually having my pro debut outside of my city. So it was just a lot of mental pressure. Then having Ryan Spann come through and and bring that UFC, support and pressure. It was just a lot. My opponent, my teammate Paul Kimball came like a month before and put on like one of the best performances I have ever really seen. And inflict that type of damage. It's like I had a lot on my shoulders. Like, I had a lot that I had it was a lot of pressure, man. So for me to go out there with that type of pressure and have that type of performance, I feel like that I could do anything as far as mentally overcoming that adversity.
You were fighting on UFC Fight Pass, right?
Bro, and that too, man. Like, bro, and then it's like this time I'm getting paid for it, so it's like I can't think about the check. I can't think about it was just so much, bro. It's like I had to just have, like you said, I just had to make it simple. Just had to make everything simple.
On the broadcast, they had your last name as Marlow and not Barlow. Did you notice that?
Man, I noticed it. It's like they had it on it's like my grandma hit me up. She texted me, she's like, why they got your name spelled Marlow on here? And it's like, I'm in the back, like, man, I'm trying to ignore it. Like, it just add every, on fight night, everything just add to the pressure. You like, man, they spelled my name wrong. Like, it just all this stuff. It's just like, man, but it was just, it kind of, I noticed it, but I just kind of like turned it, into like all right, I couldn't really pay attention to it, I just let it go. But yeah, it was weird because I filled out so much paperwork saying Barlow, like B. Then I was just like, so it did throw me off a little bit. I'm like, man, I'm like, come on, bro. But Ryan was like, man, it's probably like a typo. So we looked at the so he goes show me the keypad, and it's like you got the B, then you got the N, then the M. So I'm like, nah, bro, they somebody did that on purpose, bro. Because if it would have been anything, it would be like Narlo or something. But it's like for me to fill out all that paperwork, and they still misspell my name wrong. It was like, nah, bro. It was
Well, I
I
think
don't
they're
want to say.
definitely
I
gonna.
don't want to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're definitely gonna remember your name now.
Yeah, hey, they got it right towards the end. I seen them switch it up. They're like, yeah, his name is actually Barlow. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate it. When I went back and watched the fight, they changed it up.
Oh yeah, so Ryan Spann, what's the connection with him?
Man, Ryan Spanish originally, like how we connected was, man, I was training. I started I'm from Westwood, so it's like it's a part of Memphis. But yeah, I'm from Westwood, and that's it's just really a coincidence. Because I started training and I was fighting for like a year, and coach was like, man, dude, I got this kid from Westwood. He was like, well, Ryan Spann really from Westwood. And he was like, what? And I never met him, but I know his whole family. So it was weird. I know his whole family. But he came down, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't spar because I had like a broken arm. And so he came down to check. So I couldn't even really like spar with him and stuff. But actually went out to Dallas and trained with him and stuff. But so we've been close for like, you got real close for like a year and a half or so now, man. We've been, really just rocking. But he just really showed a lot of support. And out when I went to Dallas and trained with him and I trained, got a chance to feel a couple of those UFC bodies. Like, he gave me a lot of that mental support, you know what I'm saying? Letting me know that like it'll never, and that's one thing that helped me that night too with the pressure. It's like it'll never get easy. Like when you nervous, like you'll always be nervous going into the cage because I was waiting so long for that to change. Like as an amateur, I had so much talent, but I was just so nervous. Like I was waiting on that nervousness to go away, and it never did. And like I think one fight that I wasn't nervous was the fight that I actually was too relaxed, and I got like caught. I had my first loss to a heel hook, so I was like, so I don't know if I want to be nervous, if I want to be relaxed. So it's just like I just started learning to like embrace all those emotions, but it came from just that pro mindset that he helped me understand, along with the work ethic. Because I feel like no matter how hard you work, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have that confidence at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that confidence. So I think he helped me a lot with understanding that pressure aspect of, if you really want to do this, like you have to get used to that pressure, and you have to be okay with your journey. Like you got to be okay with God managing your journey. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna always go the way that you really want it to go. So it's just got to have fun and be okay with how things flow. And that's one thing I feel like I learned from our relationship. But yeah, he from Westwood, man. So we kind of originated from the same small town, small area in Memphis.
Gotcha. For anybody who doesn't know your story, how did you get into mixed martial arts?
Man, I to be honest, man, I was high school. I did basketball, football, track. I went to state high jump. I stepped the like my school record for like I jumped like 6'5", and I really didn't even train. Like there was like 1 year doing high jump. I jumped like 6'5". I went to state football. I was like in newspapers like Max Prep. I was just like I was just basketball was my first love. So I was like. I just thought I was gonna be in the NBA, man. I never hit that 6'5", so I never hit that 6'6". But I could dunk. I was just highlight. But it's just like I went to college. I played in college. I did football, track. Actually, like I actually played the trombone. A lot of people don't know I was the second. That was the second trombone in the band in college. And it was weird because I was an athlete, so I was, so it was. So it's like, yeah, I just went so many. I tried everything. You know what I'm saying? I ran track in college. I just felt like I never had that. Like I never had that support or that like behind it. Not really. It's just the coaches. Like how you got to have that person, that coach that really believe in you, that see something that you don't see. And then every sport, it was like I was there, and I showed that I was there. I showed that I was hard, but none of those coaches in those other sports showed the appreciation to what I really had to offer. So I never really felt that support. So when I came home and I was thinking I was just in thought of going back to college. Like I was thinking about what I wanted to do. I could do anything, play basketball, football. I trained every day. I worked at Lifetime, so I was in the gym, almost 20 hours a day because I worked 8 and I worked out 8. You know what I'm saying? And I relaxed in the gym in the hot tub 2 hours. I spent, so I was just in the gym all day. And I actually, before I started fighting, I started training. Because I started thinking about, man, let me try to go to the Olympics, man. Like, and try to start. So I started training for like the 200 and long jump. And I was just like, man, like, what I'm gonna do with all this shape? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting a little too old to really want to go back to the dorm life and eat noodles and stuff. So I was like, man, I really want to, like, do something that I can just really put my athleticism on display. And I seen Creed, man. Like everybody seen Creed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, Michael B. Jordan, man. Man, come on, bro. He ain't even no heavyweight, bro. I'm just looking, I'm being so literal. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the man like, dude, he ain't even. Come on, bro. Like, ain't nobody taking that many punches, man. Like, and I'm just looking at just looking at the movie, but making it so literal. And I was like, man, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I can do that. And when I went to the gym, it was so many other people that had the same inspiration. Just like, man, I watched Creed. I'm like, yeah, that was so. After I got the gym membership, it just went from there. Brian Hall wasn't. I went to a UFC gym in Memphis, but he wasn't at that one. And so he's like, let's say he's like at the UFC gym across town. I'm at this UFC gym in here, and I met a pro fighter, and I talked to him. He was like, man, my first time in the gym, I got knocked out. I got my teeth, like he was just telling me the stories, and I would listen to the story, but it didn't scare me off. So I was like, man, y'all can do it. And another coach, I was like, man, when y'all spar, he was like, man, you ready to get your butt whooped? And I was like, man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm ready for whatever. And like I said, man, that same guy, yeah, so it's like the same guy that told me, I was talking to him, and that same guy, I said, look, man, I want to be a boxer. I didn't know nothing about MMA. But I was like, man, I want to be a pro boxer, man. And like 4 years. Like I want to give myself a 4-year journey. I said, but a year and 6 months, I want to, you know what I'm saying, have my first, first boxing match. So that was my goal. So, and this was like a month before Brian came. And I think they closed and they kind of like merged the gyms, and Brian Hall came to the gym, and it was like, I started training with him, and I like, look, coach, I want my first boxing match in a year and 6 months. He looked at me and was like, just stay in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So he put me with all the tough guys, and it's like, I didn't know what he was doing, but I could take a lick, and I just, this my first thing when I first started fighting. I could take a lick. Now I don't like getting hit, but I could take a lick and I could just go. But I ain't know nothing about jiu-jitsu. I didn't know nothing of it. So it's like I'd be throwing hands and then everybody be grabbing me. So I'm like, man, what is this, bro? I'm getting choked out every day. I'm getting arm bar, triangle. I'm like, dude, what is this? And I'm always been a competitor, and I never was okay with not being dominant at something because I was so used to winning in sports. But like I said, man, I had my first fight. Like, so it went from a year and 6 months to my first MMA fight in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it was a 30-second knockout. So I was done for the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my dream. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Like, I told Coach, like, bro, after that fight, I was like, I'm at practice, but I'm like, dude, I'm feeling like I'm a chat, like I'm a dude. I'm that dude. Like, I feel like how I feel now that I was at that point, bro. I was like, yeah, like I'm legit. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. So I could have retired at that fight. But so coach kept giving me fights. So at 5 months of training, he gave me another fight. And then I finished that one in the second round. I'm like, then the third fight, this is my third fight. He like, okay, man, we got you going against another ranked 7 guy, amateur, and it's for a title. And I'm like, nah, we moving too fast. Like, no, no. And like it's 7 months. And I had that fight, and literally I came out so nervous, and I had that fight, and I think like the first 30 seconds I threw like 100 punches. So I hit I was done like after that first 30 seconds. So I was just so nervous, and I punched myself out, and it's like it was a fight the rest of it. Like he made it through that little rain, and and I feel like I doubted myself. I had like real bad anxiety that whole training camp because I just couldn't believe that where I was at that point. And that was after that fight. I ended up dropping him I ended up not like getting a TKO in the third round, and that was my first and that was the first time I said I never doubt myself again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I was like, yeah, I never doubt myself again at all. And that's when I actually, took that initiative to, really just just stop, had that faith and had that confidence that I can do anything. So that was my, that's how everything started like that. That was it. After that, I just went with the flow.
Just kept going.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, finally, I did want you to talk about law school MMA. I mean, how'd you get with them? What's the gym looking like, man? And just kind of reflect on that gym.
Man, right, man. To be honest, I could say after once COVID hit, man, it was just hard to really get in the rotation. But coach was working with me one-on-ones. He was taking out a lot of time with me and stuff to really put in some work. But man, we a strong team. Like we're a strong team, but it's like it's a team of hardworking underdogs. It's like we never get those easy fights. We never, so it's like we a hardworking team, and it's like we don't have no comfort in the gym at all. Like, at every weight class we got dogs, but it's like we don't have those friends in the gym on the mat. Like it's everybody is the nicest people there, but on the mat we fighting like basically. If me and Paul on the mat, we trying to we not trying to knock each other out, but we trying to put so much pressure on each other to where when he fights somebody, I want him to say, well, this guy is not Danny. When I fight somebody, I want that pressure to be on him to be like, yeah, this guy's not Paul. So it's like that's how we better ourselves at the gym in every weight class, and we push ourselves. Because I feel like if I get in a fight and it's a guy that, if Paul have a fight, let's say it's a guy on my team have a fight, and he get in there and he like, dude, he was stronger than you, he was faster than you. I feel like that's I feel as a teammate. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I put in, we put in that background work. Like every time I talk to Paul, he leaving, cross training with, wrestling or jiu-jitsu, just so he can bring a different, flavor to what we got going, And I'm in the gym, like hitting them weights just so my pressure can get more, better. So we collab. Once we come back in the gym, we always pushing to that next level. So it's like, but our team, man, we're some dogs, man. And I know that a lot of people say dogs, but it's like, man, we on that, like we got a team of a lot of new fighters. I ain't gonna say not inexperienced, but we got new fighters that's really like finding themselves in the sport. But it's a lot, man. A lot of like, man, like we it's the camp of champs. Like you have to be a champion. Like once you start fighting, cause you gonna get that taste of how it feel to be a champion. So it's I don't think it's a fight on our team that have fought that have not, became a amateur champion. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to get, two titles as an amateur, title defense. So it's like, it's just he building a champions on the level. And now when we go on pro, we trying to, get those pro, titles. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's a growing team, but it's legit. Everything about legit. We mixing, we mix things. Like it's MMA. So we don't have the jiu-jitsu. Like then, like, so we gonna do a bunch of grappling and wrestling, we ain't just boxing, so we can do whatever. And like we can stand, and we can stand, we can go to the ground, we can submit, we can like whatever pressure, like we got everything, and we just building off, it's like it's just a format of just growth. Like whatever, we gonna mix it, but we gonna make it stronger. So that's like really, man, like Brian Hall, man, the dude, like he taking things to a whole nother level as far as, what I'm saying, what MMA have to offer to guys that want to really do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, getting a gym membership, getting in shape. It's about, bro, do you really want to fight? And he gonna make you question that every single day. Like I still questioning in them Shark Tanks before fights. I still question, like, do I really want to fight, bro? Do I every day? So that's what it really is. Like it's not gonna be a waste of your time. If you have that dream, it's available to you. You just have to show up. So it's that type of program. So if you showing up every day, it's gonna show.
Gotcha.
It's gonna show.
Awesome. And then finally, you just had your pro debut. What's next, man? Like, what do you want your 2022 to look like?
Man, to be honest, man, we was like, we still like training camp really don't stop at law school. But like, man, I'm saying me personally, man, I had like 5 events scheduled from May to my last fight. So it was like, but Paul had it. So it's like I have a fight this month, Paul have a fight this month, I have a fight the next month, Paul. So it's like we stay, it's like, and we like, so it wasn't a break in training camps. So really, like, like I said, like more of an amateur, every time I fought, it was like, dang, I need a break. You know what I'm saying? Give me like 5 months, bro. Like, it's too much. But now I've been off for 3 weeks, and I'm like, dang, I feel like a long time, so I don't really know, man. So, man, I'm kind of itchy, man, but I got outside things that I'm focusing on, like my family, I've been getting spend a lot of time with my grandma and my mom. Just really trying to, like, cause doing training camp, man, you ain't got like that. Like a lot of people don't know, man. You gotta dial in to where, man, you become antisocial, man. Like you gotta work because you want them to be happy on that night. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So now I'm just taking out time to really, spend some time, like my family, be more, just close, just get closer to them and stuff like that. So I'm still training, but I'm focusing on them right now. You know what I'm saying, making sure. You know what I'm saying? They understand these next steps that's coming. But as far as what I'm looking for my next fight, it really don't matter. It don't really matter who, where, and that's not, cocky or arrogant, but it's just like, it really don't matter. It's like, like if coach say, man, we going next week, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So really, I'm just leaving everything up to him. I don't really worry about, I worry about today, like, so I don't really never really worry about tomorrow. So once he let me know, then that's when my mind set. So when he say, all right, we got this, that's when my mind, I dial in. So right now, I'm willing, to do whatever. But right now I'm just working on the tools that's not as sharp. Like that's really it. So I'm probably going even more, get even harder than what I was before my training camp, because now I have that, relaxation. And it's not really technique right now. It's building strength and power. So it's like, but during training camp, like, I went like almost 3 months without able to really lift weights effectively, because you don't have that time to break and rebuild. So yeah, that's what's next for me, man. Whatever is next, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is next. It's just good to get that up under my belt, man, because like when I went in the gym, they messed with me, because once coach let me know like my next fight gonna be a pro fight. I'm like, bro, I'm a pro in the gym, bro. And all the pros in the gym, like, bro, you ain't have a fight yet, bro. You still an amateur, bro. I'm like, man. So now the fact that I got that one fight under my belt, I talk so much stuff, man. I mean, like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a pro. Yeah, I can talk. I be talking back to coach a little bit more now, because I got that pro. You know what I'm saying? And then I got, I got to be a little hard on coach. Let them know, man, practice going too long. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Take a little time off this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be here at this time. So I'm enjoying being a pro right now. But yeah, it's good. Everything good.
Awesome. So maybe take the holidays off and then get back to work whenever your coach has a fight ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Taking like really not taking no time off, just mentally, like, taking time off. You know what I'm saying? Focusing on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because every guy I fight is Superman in my head. So every time I'm about to fight somebody, I'm like, man, I'm fighting Superman. So that mind, taking a break from that mindset. You know what I'm saying? From that mindset.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Danny. I really appreciate it, man. Your professional debut was fun to watch, man. You're something special. Your power, your striking. I can't wait for what's next.
Yes, sir.
If you want to plug your social media, plug your sponsors, the floor is yours.
Yes, sir. God Body Fitness, the gym that we train on, law school, MMA, up dog jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm saying? One of our it's a jiu-jitsu program, new building jiu-jitsu program within law school. So so that's really where I can give all my my credit to, as far as, my development. My mom, my mom, my parents, like my grandma, like all the family love, support, the support from my city, Memphis, Tennessee, and the support from my my faith and my church. You know what I'm saying, to keep me focused, to keep me humble. As far as sponsors, other than that, I have chosen. You know what I'm saying, like my guys are chosen out of Brownsville. Yeah. So everybody really, yeah. It's all all the people that I feel like they keep me going, man. And I just really, that's all, that's why I can't give my thanks to, bro. But yeah, other than that, man, that's it, man.
Awesome. Well, we will talk again soon. Thank you.
Yes, sir.